When should I buy Pavise?
Which situations make Pavise a good purchase?
Should I get Pavise, or should I get other items like Glimmer, Drums, or Medallion?
In this video, we're going to answer questions like these by looking at when pro players buy Pavise and get a better understanding of which heroes Pavise is good for and against. Let's briefly look at what Pavise does. Pavise is a 1400 gold item that provides 175 health, 2.5 mana regen, and 3 armor. It has a unique active that grants an ally a barrier which absorbs 300 physical damage, lasting 8 seconds. This works against spells that deal physical damage as well, like PA's Dagger or Monkey King's Boundless Strike, and will protect things like a Salve or Blink Dagger from being broken when hit. If you have more armor, you take less physical damage, and the same is true for your Pavise barrier. This means Pavise is still able to have some good utility in later stages of the game when your teammates get more armor. Items like Medallion and Solar Crest are great pairings with Pavise for this reason. Crimson Guard has nice synergy with Pavise, since Crimson Guard's active will also make the Pavise barrier take less damage. Out of all 427 matches played in the Div 1 2023 Summer Tour across all regions, Pavise was purchased 393 times, with South America purchasing it the most and China the least. One of the players purchasing Pavise the most is Cuckoo from Blacklist Rivalry in the Southeast Asia DPC. He purchased it in 10 out of 18 matches during the 2023 Summer Tour. Let's see which situations he thinks Pavise is good. First, when he has a hero on his team who has some type of natural tankiness like Tidehunter with Kraken Gel or Medusa with Mana Shield. The idea here is to double down on their tankiness. Throw Pavise on them and let them stand in front to tank everything. Second, when he has a hero on his team who either has a lot of armor like Timbersaw or who builds a lot of armor like Visage. This is because, like we mentioned, having additional armor makes the Pavise barrier tank more damage. Third, when he has a high agi carry on his team like Morphling or Terrorblade, since more agi means more armor means a more effective Pavise barrier. Now let's look at when iNSaNiA from Team Liquid is buying Pavise. He really likes getting Pavise when playing a hero that already offers some sort of healing or protection to his teammates, like Lich with Frost Shield or Oracle with all of his spells. That's actually true for a lot of players who often buy Pavise. It seems they like doubling down on their hero's playstyle and offer their teammates even more protection. The bad thing about heroes like that is they're often easy to get on top of and kill, so iNSaNiA gets Pavise against heroes who like to do that, like Pango, Void Spirit, and Bounty Hunter. These heroes will often make it their focus to target supports in the backlines, so using Pavise on yourself will help you survive that, or at least make it so the enemy has to spend some extra time killing you. Finally, let's briefly look at Miposhka on Team Spirit. Remember earlier when we talked about how more armor makes the Pavise barrier take less damage? Well, Miposhka seems to be liking this mechanic a lot. Out of the 21 matches Team Spirit played in their DPC tour, Miposhka purchased Pavise in 10 of them. In 5 out of those 10 matches, Miposhka went for Pavise first item, then for Medallion into Solar Crest. I think he's just a big believer in this build, and it seems to be working as they placed first in their division. Here are my takeaways from the pros. Pavise is cheap and the most effective early game, which is why going first item Pavise seems to be widely common among pro support players. Items like Medallion or Solar Crest and Crimson Guard go great with Pavise since they make the barrier take less damage. This allows Pavise to be not completely useless in later stages of the game. Pavise seems to be good on heroes that already offer some type of buff for their teammates, like Lich with Frost Shield, to double down on the protection you can offer as well as to make sure you don't die when getting focused as a squishy support. Pavise seems to be one of those items like Glimmer or Force Staff in that it's always good, but maybe not always the best for your specific situation. In general, it's a safe pickup, especially since it's fairly cheap. Lastly, just try it out. When comparing how often some pros or even regions in general pick up Pavise, it seems that there are just some players or teams that believe in this item and some that don't. Try it out on different heroes and see how it feels. Sorry I haven't made a video in a while. I was on vacation and now I'm sick, which is why I might sound a little different. Anyway, like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and let me know what you think of Pavise and how you pronounce it. Thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something new with me.